bread maker and leave it to our #1 brand to create this. I'm just telling you, if all you did is make homemade, fresh, yummy bread, preserves, sweet bread, savory breads with jalapeno and cheddar cheese, this could make every homemade, Christmas gift. You just give homemade bread, it will pay for itself, but leave it to you to do it better, my friend.
We were like, what do we call it? Because it's not a bread maker.
Right.
It's so much more. You know, you're going to be making jams and preserves. You're going to be doing rice puddings. You're going to be making your own yogurts. You're going to be making pizza doughs. You're going to be making cakes. You're going to be doing all sorts of bread, gluten-free, multigrain. You name it, and you can make it in here. Let me just go ahead and show you how you build this, all right? First of all, you take your container, right? You add a little bit of water.
Okay.
Then, and of course, we give you all of the recipes. You add a little bit of oil. We put salt on one side, we put sugar on the other side. Then we go ahead and we add our flour, right? And you're literally just dumping all of this in. Then we take a little bit of spelt.
Right.
Then we take a little bit of, we make a little well, right? We throw a little bit of yeast in there. That's it.
That's it.
You lift the lid. We're gonna make a beautiful multigrain bread. You take this in, you put it in on just a little bit of an angle, you go ahead and you twist it, you close the lid, you choose what you wanna do. So we wanna do a multigrain. So you just have a look through here, you find where it says multigrain, and you just look through the numbers, you find it right there, you hit menu, then you go through, you say, I'm looking for 4, and you choose the weight. It can be a pound, 1.5 or 2, and then you hit start. It's that simple.
It is.
It is literally that simple.
Okay,
and then have a look at this.
Okay,
see, it starts to work straight away.
Is this not awesome?
I mean, is that so cool or what? I don't know if we can get an overhead shot and look right in there, but this is gonna form a dough in literally seconds. I hear the beeping of one of my other little babies.
That's the sound of happiness.
Can you get over there and actually see it?
So it proofs it. It needs it. Okay, now you gotta check this out.
Okay, so let's see over here. So this is a more mature bread, of course. We've got here a currant and walnut bread. So when it beeps like that, it's telling you to come back over and add your other ingredients.
Time to add some.
Right? So we're gonna add our walnuts and we're gonna add our currants, and you can see that working away there.
Nice.
That's all you do. Now, normally you would just go ahead and close that lid and forget about it, right?
Right.
Not only does it mix, not only does it knead, not only does it ferment, not only does it prove, it also bakes. So you don't have to do anything apart from dump all that stuff in. We're giving you a 55-page booklet, right, with all the recipes you could dream of for all of these different kinds of bread. Now, you might just decide, I'm only going to make one type, and that's all. I don't need to read the whole book, and you don't. But if you want to, it's there for you. All the information is there. It is.
Hey, by the way, you choose the white or the black. Now, here's what Chef is talking about. You can't mess it up. And then I'll show you this little control panel, but it's kind of like a set it and forget it. You want to do quick bread, you hit quick bread. You want to do, sweet bread, you hit sweet bread. You want to do gluten-free bread, you do gluten-free bread. So everything corresponds. But if you take a look, you can choose not only your express bread, so which makes it a little bit faster.
The basic, You've
got your French, you've got your brioche, you've got your sweet breads, you've got everything from your multigrain, your gluten-free, your cheese bread, even your savories, your raisin bread, your brioche, and then you can choose, oh my gosh, I'm missing some, maple pecan bread, sourdoughs, Italian bread. If you just want to do a pizza dough, you can do that. If you just want to knead, let's say you want to do a cake in this, for heaven's sake.
Yes, you can.
Rice pudding and jam and yogurt. Let's say you just want to use it as a mini oven. There's also a bake function. There's a delayed timer, so you could actually wake up to baked bread. Oh, Chef, what do you got there?
Okay, so watch this. Okay, so we've got this beautiful loaf. Now, 2 ways to do this. You can either cut it like this, or if you want the most ridiculously beautiful big slice of bread, you can cut it like that. But let's start sensible, shall we? No, I don't normally like being sensible, but let's go ahead and start sensible.
You know what, why not? We'll try it.
Have a look at the heat coming out of this beautiful, steamy bread. Now, there's something I haven't even told you. This is just my country loaf, all right? So just that gorgeous, soft bread. Now, of course, if you want to, you can let it cool down before you go and slice it. But I got to tell you, I kind of love it when you
Alicia,
get
my friend on Facebook, is so
butter.
funny. She's like, I don't need it, I don't need it, I don't need it. Oh, my credit card's in trouble. So remember, you can also choose how dark you want that crust.
Oh, yes, you can.
So you are in complete control. And, you know, and not to belabor the point, but, you know, it's been a rough couple weeks for my arthritis. I can't knead bread dough like I used to. So maybe that's
Just shut up and eat this.
Life
when
is
you
short.
taste it, it blows your mind.
Life is short, eat the bread.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's good.
Crusty on the outside,
That's good.
beautiful and soft on the... I'm sorry for telling you to shut up.
Are you kidding? You're among friends. Oh. Oh my gosh, that's so good.
I'm going to cut another slice. Because I would love for you to see all of the different breads that we're going to make. So let's line that up down there, okay?
Wow.
Next. So that's the country white bread. Very, very simple. Next, I'm going for the multigrain.
Hey, Chef, as you do that, though, your bread in your grocery store is a lot of stuff than just, you know, flour and yeast. I mean,
Well, let's talk about it. Why don't you read some of the ingredients there?
I know, I'm still eating my bread.
It's crazy.
Man. I can't enrich this thiamine, ferrophosphate, sodium ionate, monoxysillium phosphate.
Isn't it crazy?
I'm like, what?
The amount of stuff that goes into bread, and you really just look at it and you're like, I don't get it. Why?
No,
it doesn't need to be this way. I mean, have a look at this beautiful, crusty, fantastic multigrain. I mean, again, you can see that steam. Now, here's a really cool part of the bread maker. And once you get this home and start having a look through, I'm going to sit that up next to our beautiful country white. I'm going to cut you a little slice of everything down. It smells like the most incredible French boulangerie in here right now. Actually, I want to taste that piece with all the crust.
And that's the multigrain?
That's the multigrain.
Okay.
So, you know, if you think about it, what you can do is you can go ahead and turn this on, but then you can add time to it. So you might say, before you go to bed, I'm going to set this so when I wake up, my bread's ready. So if you get out of bed each morning at 8 o'clock, you're going to wake up to perfectly baked bread.
You are indeed. So just as a friendly reminder, it is a set it and forget it machine. Now, that's not to say that you can't just use, it's a mini oven. So if you want to do yogurt, if you want to bake a cake, if you want to do preserves or jams in this, you can do that. If you want to take, you know, all the heavy lifting off, if you're trying to knead, if you're making pizza dough or pretzels. So your basic bread, express bread, which obviously, you know, gets it done a little bit faster. Your French bread, whole wheat and sweet bread. Then you've got your multigrain, gluten-free bread, cheese bread, raisin bread, brioche. Your
Here's a current
multiplican.
I mean, look at this.
Oh, man.
You can control the outside. You just go ahead and choose light, medium, or dark. This is medium, and you know, you've just got so many incredible options. Look at this.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I mean, the flavor that you are able to develop. You know, now, of course, when you're cutting it, and I'm going to go ahead and line that up as well. You know, beautiful, beautiful
breads. If you could
breads.
smell this studio, I'm telling you. Now, Pat, you said there are what, almost 200 already gone?
Oh, my goodness.
That was without any airtime. This is the first show, so I can
first time anyone's seen it.
I can tell you this. I can tell you this for a fact. I have had probably more requests for bread makers. We haven't sold one in years here at HSN. This is it. You are looking at just a couple thousand. And when I said earlier, if you want a DIY Christmas or a DIY holiday, you can do this. Now it's baking the bread for you. It's kneading the bread for you. It's proofing the bread for you. You give a loaf of homemade bread for Christmas.
Kat, isn't she sweet? She's giving us all this fancy stuff to have on the bread, and I'm like, no, I just want some butter. It's just so good.
I just need butter.
Thank you, darling. You're so sweet, but it's so good on its own.
Oh my God. Oh,
let's get into a savory one.
Look at that. Okay, perfect.
Jalapeno and cheddar. So again, all of these recipes are done for you. You don't have to do any of the thinking. If you want to get experimental, of course you can. But you don't have to, because it is all done for you. Now, all I'm doing is just lifting these up. You see the bread just falling on out so easily.
So, Chef, look at how beautifully brown that is, though.
Isn't it incredible? So this, was this the medium, Kat, still?
Yes.
Or did you go for the, this is still medium. We're going to get to a dark a little later on. Have a look, though. Look how soft and wonderful.
Okay, this is not to be alarmist, but you need to realize we sold almost as many without any airtime as we were supposed to sell in this entire show. So what we've got is what we've got. I don't know when or if this will be back again after this quantity is spoken for. I absolutely would not wait with this. Do you know this still has our extended holiday return policy until next year, January 31st? Get it home. And when I say,
jalapeno.
Make your Christmas breads, people will honestly, they'll love the bread more than anything you can buy them underneath that Christmas tree.
Oh, wow.
Oh, geez, that's hot.
The flavor of that bread is unbelievable.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't that so good?
I might have to do another piece of that.
Oh my, here. And you know, if you like lots of jalapeno, put lots of jalapeno.
Yeah, you know me.
You want to put a little crispy bacon through it? Go right ahead. I'm going to have another piece while I go
like
back.
it spicy.
Oh.
Spicy. I mean, honestly, you know what? I don't even need the butter, for heaven's sake.
Tell me about it. This is the cinnamon and raisin. Right, so we've actually gone ahead and put cinnamon and raisin through here. Now we've sold over 400 of these already.
Here's the problem. You do need to make your way to the phones right now. I know this is the first airing, but no kidding, guys and gals. If you've watched this or if you're new to HSN, when this is gone, I don't know when or if it is coming back. We have waited for Chef to do this. You have our extended holiday return policy. Just get it at home. And no kidding, if you just give homemade bread for Christmas this year, they're gonna wanna kiss your whole face. But this is doing all the work. You literally dump in the ingredients.
Shannon, I'm just realizing that I'm just rushing here, but not because I think we're running out of time, just because I want to try the next flavor.
Yes, you're right.
The bread you'll be able to make are so delicious.
Now, which one is this?
Cinnamon and currant.
Okay. All right.
Oh
my gosh. You're right. Each one is better than the next. But you can do gluten-free. You can do gluten-free. So remember, you're in complete control of your ingredients, but you made yogurt with this.
Yes.
You can make jam with this.
Oh, we're getting to that. Here comes the brioche. Let me show you. Now, normally you'd go to a little French patisserie and it would cost you a fortune. Now, here's something interesting. I've just looked in there. The thing that actually, the thing that turns is missing. So here's what you do.
Okay.
Because this will happen to you when you cook it, and it's normal, and we explain it in the manual.
Okay.
You'll see a little hole in the bottom of every single loaf.
Right.
What you do next is you go ahead, you poke that in, that little hook, and you will find it.
Yep, fish her right out.
You'll fish it right out.
Yep.
It only happens once in a blue moon.
Right.
But
and of course
when
on live TV, that makes it, you know.
You know what? It's all the way through there, so I'm going to go ahead and cut
through it. Chef, can you tap that crust? Can they hear how well done that is?
Can you hear it?
That's the test of like a
great bread,
of a perfect bake.
Isn't that so good?
And even my producer Pat, he said too. He's like, oh my word, every single one is perfect. Let me just show you.
Maybe I'm wrong. It's right there.
Okay.
I'm so silly.
You know what? Let me just show you. Every single one. Okay, so
look at this brioche.
Oh man. So savory, sweet. There's that raisin bread. Can you see, and by the way, we chose the crust. Every single one of them, perfect results. Perfect results. Everyone evenly baked, perfect results. And you can even see how nice and springy that is in the center as well.
Oh yeah.
So that's how you can kind of tell. You can test that crust. You can hear that it's baked all the way through, but you still want that moisture to release at the center. No dry bread, no Monasoto, flasta, you know, hoodlemabwadi, you know, no ingredients that you can't pronounce. You can do gluten-free. Ooh, what's that?
Pizza dough.
Okay.
So you'll be making the most unbelievable pizza dough. Now, we all know how hard pizza dough is to work with, right? Well, guess what? When you make it here, you pick it up, you're going to stretch that out. If you want to roll it with a rolling pin, you can. But you will be making pizza dough like an absolute professional.
You will.
And it's so easy to work with. You see nothing sticking to my hands. And it's not because I'm a professional pizza tosser. Hey, you're just going to pull it like that.
Pat, am I correct in saying we have fewer than 3,000 for the rest of the year? Okay, we have basically a little over 2,500 for the rest of the year. This is the first airing. So I would shop now. Because here's the thing, you get that extended holiday return policy.
Right.
My friend Alicia on Facebook, I'm talking myself into this as well. Because when this is gone, I don't know when or if it's coming back. We've got it right here, right now. We've got it for this show. I remind you, everything is set it and forget it. You choose the crust. You can do keto. You can do gluten-free. You can do sweetbreads. You can can do cinnamon breads, you can do yogurt, you can do preserves, you can bake a cake, you can do pizza dough. Everything is labeled. And remember, in the recipe book and instruction manual, it all coincides. So you just, type in the little number and then you let it do its thing.
Look at this cinnamon swirl. I mean, what would you pay for this in an incredible bakery?
Yeah.
Now, you wouldn't cut this the same way you would bread, but I'm going to anyway, just to give you a little look inside.
Wow.
Look at that cinnamon swirl. Just have a taste of that.
Wow.
It's got this incredible crust on the outside, this delicious
good.
sort of stickiness on the inside.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Woo!
That is good. Because remember, it's a mini oven. I mean, it's a little mini oven. Oh, man.
Is that something else or what? Okay, next is a pound cake. So you'll also be able to make cakes without having to bake. If you think about this, if you're like, yeah, I want to make homemade cakes, but I never know how to do it, well, guess what?
Yeah.
It is so simple and so easy. Look at this beautiful pound cake. It's just on a bake function, right?
Yeah.
Let me just go ahead.
Look, can you see how moist and how spongy that is?
Moist and delicious.
But that's how you can tell it's a perfect bake. Now, here's the problem. Well, the good news is you're watching tonight, and if you are shopping at HSN for the first time, you need to hop in.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to grab this pronto. By the end of this first airing, and the first airing, we have sold a third of the quantity. First airing, first show, a third of the quantity. Do not wait, do not hesitate, do not pass go. Get this pronto while we've got it. Chef was supposed to have several airings of this tomorrow.
Right.
If it makes one more show, I would be surprised, because at this show, third of the quantity gone. When this is gone, I'm not sure if we're getting them back again before, certainly not before the Christmas season.
Check out the rice pudding.
Oh, look at that.
I'm going to pour that rice pudding in here.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Now, grab yourself a spoon and do yourself a favor.
Oh, man.
I'm going to finish this with just a tiny bit of cinnamon, just like
nice.
that. And maybe just a quick little dollop of whipped cream. I know we're running out of time and I've got so much still to show you.
Wow.
You know, really, I could do this demonstration for an hour and I still would, be rushing. I'm doing a fresh cranberry jam. You can do strawberry jam. I mean, have a look. This is how it comes out while it's still nice and warm. Now, of course, you let it cool before you jar it.
I know.
But you'll be able to do this, again, just by following our recipe.
And by the way, it's a set it and forget it machine.
Set it and forget it.
Honestly, Diana's so funny. She was making bread by hand. Diana, I wish I could. Like I said, my dexterity issues just kind of prohibit me from doing that now. So now we're putting bread back on the menu. You can do gluten-free. You can do your keto. You can do your pretzel dough, your pizza dough, your focaccias.
Of course, gluten-free,
You can bake in this. You can be in complete control of your ingredients, and that's what's really key. I didn't realize you could do yogurt in this.
You can make your own yogurt, and that's what's so amazing.
That is
have a little taste
dynamite.
At how incredible this yogurt is. And this is straight, obviously, from it, so still nice and runny. Thanks, Kat.
I mean, literally, this is a program. You put it on a little program, you dump the ingredients,
you press a button, you walk away.
Oh, come on, really?
And it's so much healthier. It's so much better for you. There's not all this nonsense in there.
I have made my own yogurt before, and I'll just tell you, it's not that easy.
Right, yogurt makers can be a little complicated. This is like that.
It is.
Very, very simple.
So while are we busy? We are over 1,000 gone. I hope you do it. So Pat, they're selling equally. You choose the black or the white. Now remember, it's a non-stick interior. So again, you could put that on the top rack of a dishwasher, but frankly, everything that you've unveiled has, kind of just like popped right out.
This is a real game changer too, because you can do gluten-free bread that tastes unbelievable. All right, let me just remove that, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and cut through this beautiful gluten-free bread. Now, cut through the top there. Have a look at this, because you know what most gluten-free bread can taste like? Horrible. But have a look at how beautiful and light this is. And there's a variety of recipes that you can choose.
Nice.
So let me put that one up there. Let me go ahead and cut us a little slice as well.
Yeah. You know what, and one thing that I want to point out too is, it's not,
spread a little peanut butter
you
on
can
there.
see that the density is perfect, and so you see that it is moist and it has that beautiful consistency.
Every single time.
We've chosen, the kind of crust you want. Do you want the lighter or medium or dark? And boy, oh boy, if you could smell this studio. And you're right, because I'm from Minnesota and they have those artisanal bread shops. And I'll just tell you, they charge a lot of money for a